Hello, everybody, and happy Fragment Friday. This is a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and today we are on the Mackerel server looking at some Golden Holy Koi. Level 50 fire field, gonna try it with our long arm and see how it goes. Of course, the one concern of running a fire field with a fire weapon is that we won't be getting sweet elemental hits. The nice thing is, we shouldn't be running into those pesky water monsters either. So, gotta keep the positives in mind. Ooh, I have a heal set to that one. You know, it's been too long when I literally can't remember the button presses for the character. First portal coming up. And we have a brown worm. Awesome start. Get a bit over 1,000 done before its first attack, and Rig Same is doing a great job of mitigating that damage for us. Looks like we're getting about 54 of that 100 some odd health back before the next damage, and even when the brown worm went to cast, the battle was over in everything but the academic sense of the word. We had yet to actually finish it, but we were well ahead. And there is the star of a previous upload, the king worm, or is this a baby? No, that is the full-on king worm. It can paralyze, it can hit for a ton, and oh yeah, it's not going to take a beast bane. So we're not even going to bother trying to cast on it, we're just going to hack away here. Non-elemental too, so we've faced an earth creature and a non-elemental creature so far. Glad it tried to ambush us well before the portal. Pick up some tribal robes out of that chest, nice pickup there. And here's another king worm. Yeah, that would have been bad in pairs. Let me just see something real quick. Okay, we're getting decent damage out of that attack. Yeah, nothing out of there. That was... And yeah, Tempest doing okay. But yeah, our best bet is just swinging away. Going with our base attack, and you could see most of the time we're hitting up over 200 damage per strike here. Solid experience too. 14 experience for that king worm. Could have swore I saw a symbol. Yeah, I did. It was on the other side there. Aptorma. Okay. Another one there. That's going to give us Apvorv. And we are happy to see that physical defense up. Another good shot of the brown worm. Get a nice detailed look at the face there. Get some, I guess, earth breath at us. Did quite a bit of damage, actually. Nothing to laugh about there. Brown worm, no joke. But we're pretty legit, too. As the kids would say, you know, 20 some odd years ago. Here, another brown worm in the distance, and a king worm. So we've got a worm with a Y and a worm with an O. For those fans of phonetics out there. And now we done got paralyzed. And Rig Same wore off, and this is what you call bad news. Very bad news. Kind of just need to pop out of here. Did just get away. And we will have to withdraw for the moment. Get Rig Geem and Rig Same back up before we even attempt that battle. Brown worm giving pursuit, which is good, and you can see the king worm not far behind. Trying to use multi-target attacks while they're both in the area. And we are paralyzed again. not at optimal health either, but at least we have the regen that may save us here. The biggest help to us was actually that miss. Perfect. Just made it through. Better heal again. Okay, just gonna put away the brown worm here. Keeping the health full. And now that we finally got the 2-on-1 situation addressed, we could devote our full attention to the king worm, and not a second too soon, because that looks like our speed boost wore off, which means Aptorv is going to be leaving as well, the physical accuracy up. Of course, I do believe I have that on Hunter's Bloods now. See, I won't lie to you guys. Lasted through the battle, but not very long after. Pick up some Twilight Onions here, the grunty food of the field.
Twilight Onion.
Of course, grunties, one thing this character is notoriously lax in. I only got Noble Grunty. Still a great grunty to have. Hey, we've got a Wonder Demon. Completely fire tolerant. This is the kind of monster you're expecting to face on a fire field. Of course, the nice thing is, it's not going to be as big a pain as it typically would, because we've got Crim's Spear, and that's giving us an awesome boost to our fire element. Still not going down easy, and still a rather rewarding kill as we pick up 14 more quality experience. 318 to the good here, moving to level 48. Another Wonder Demon in tow, and we're just going to keep hacking away with that 100% critical chance from Crim's Spear. We get hit with a bit of a skill drain, but that's none of our concern, as we're just shredding the thousands off this Wonder Demon's hit point total, and before you know it, it's gone, and I can finally finish this sentence. Two more portals left here. Up. Notice Rig Demon Rig Same wore off. Managed to pull up just before triggering the portal there, so we didn't get another dicey situation like we had with Brown and King Worm and Worm. Speaking of which, here is another King Worm. I believe that makes number 4 of the field. Also, I believe that means every monster we've run into on this field has been a large creature. So there's something for you. If you're looking to face the big baddies and pull that great experience per kill, this may be the field for you. It's a couple levels above us, which is why we are getting these nice little chunks of experience, 14 a pop out. Brown Worm will finish the field. I believe that's how we started, so a nice little full circle moment there. Also probably the least menacing of the enemies, at least on its own. Though I guess with the fire resistance, an argument could be made that we don't have too much to sweat from a Wonder Demon. Noble Grunty is saddled up and ready to go, and we are riding the Grunty boldly to the dungeon. Yep, just straight there with only that little turn. Gotta have some fun, right?
Twilight Onion.
Got a symbol here. Also heard some Twilight Onions around.
Twilight Onion.
Go ahead and snag those. And into the dungeon we go. Probably a good time to tell you as we enter the dungeon that, as always for my Fragment Friday uploads, Links will be down below for NetSlum, the lobby server, its Discord, its website, and the Fragment from the NetSlum YouTube channel, as well as the .hack network, Discord, and the excellent How to Set Up and Play Fragment in 2021 guide. Also want to throw a thank you out to the .hack network. I've been posting my Fragment Fridays there for over a year now, and a thank you has been well past due. Thank you for giving me a place to post those. First portal of the dungeon here, Brown Worm right on this raised area. Bit of a center stage, if you will. Actually, I do love the layout of this little raised area with the candelabras on the corners and everything. Really sets the scene well for a one-on-one battle. Brown Worm was laying into us a little bit, had us at about half health. Pick up an Eagle Hood and the Hanged Man. Moving along here, get a Wonder Demon out of the portal. I do believe the stairs are going to be directly beneath us, so expect a little backtracking here. But I do want to do my due diligence and say the word do as many times as I possibly can do. No, I do want to check and just make sure that the stairs are indeed beneath us. Anytime I see a long corridor like that, that's my inclination to believe the stairs will be there.
Bearcat egg.
Pick up a Bearcat egg. I know I left that chest there, but I'm, again, 90% certain that I've got to backtrack anyway. Actually, 100%. So, because even if the stairs are here, yeah. Even if they weren't, I would have to go find them anyway. Turns out they are, in fact, at the end of that long corridor. And I want to try and clear out as much as possible for experience, for loot, and for experience on the server side. Another reminder, and another really unique thing about this game. As you level your character playing online, you're also leveling up the server you're playing in. All the Aptorv in the world, and we were still only hitting 50% of the time there at the beginning. Throw some bats at him, show we could cast too, just not well. But hey, we're getting to that magical Halloween time of year, and throwing bats at things should be sort of the way. Going to avoid that golden egg, because as anyone who's seen my long arm uploads for the last few months know, I've got 99 of them. Much easier hitting the Wonder Demon. We've already got it down over 1,000 hit points by the time it takes its first cleave at us, and really there's really no better way to say it, because those are some big giant blade hands there. Time to reapply Rig Same and Rig Geem. Probably a good idea to heal up too. I believe I've got Fa Rep, the full heal single target. I also believe, judging by my character portrait, that somebody switched my usual coffee with decaffeinated. Really, it's kind of the perfect look for a guy named Grumpo Guy. Just take that little Fire Tempest in its own and roll on. Pick up a Fireball Storm. No chime in the background signifying a randomly spawning chest post-battle, so let's move on to our first smaller enemies. We pull some Maxwells. Could have finished them off with like a Vax Tempest or something of the sort, but if you've got 100% crit chance, you kind of want to see that word pop up a bunch, you know? Next portal just gives us a risky treasure. We know how to avoid the risk. Let's see the reward. Jasper Halberd, nice armor there. And a summon fire. So really good paying room there. Now that clears out the first floor and there's not much to do but walk our way back down. Take the stairs to floor 2. Which we'll be doing at a slightly slower pace until I use this speed charm. If I was just playing on my own, not uploading, I would have probably saved the charm to the end and just sort of walked it. But you guys deserve the extra speed charm. Absolute champs you are. Big ol' long corridor, a lot of pillars, a lot of checkerboard tile, and a few stairs down to level 2. In level 2, let's go ahead and use that fairy's orb. Find ourselves once again running down a real long corridor. Insert Final Fantasy XIII joke here, folks. And then explain it to me, because aside from that hallway, I know virtually nothing of the game.
Golden egg.
Starting off nice and easy, couple empty rooms, plenty of treasure to loot here, and another golden egg that I will just leave to wonder why. Summon fire up in this tiny room. Yet another empty semicircle room with some beautiful purple-blue sort of neon lava, or rocks, or what have you. Moving to a little storage room, treasure cache situation here. Got a recovery drink
Golden egg.
and a burning oil. Couldn't go 3 for 3 on that row though. Picking up some summon fire out of the chests. Yet another recovery drink. And a fireball storm. Time to move to the other side of the smile and see our first portal of the floor. Got some Navalon. Hey, alright. Neat looking creatures. Can heal if you're not careful, so when you get them low, keep them low. Take them out before they decide to replenish. Also hitting us for a good bit of damage there. Able to ride it low, but those are medium creatures giving us 13 experience apiece. Looking at the status screen, and yeah, we're working our way towards halfway to the level. Lately I've been playing my Blade Master, my main account, quite a bit, and up around the 90s you kind of forget what it's like to move a level that quick. I also love these moments here where the shadows just sort of projected over the edge and not in line at all for where it is. And where did my weapon go? My goodness. Shadow me, don't have a spear. Pick up an antidote there. Make that a twofer. I know, I'm wasting a little time here, but part of the fun. Another part of the fun is a Wonder Demon battle. Again, nice raised platform. I'm gonna see if I could center this. Yeah, just to the right of center so we get a good close-up view. See the Wonder Demon, big ol' shoulders, tiny head. Actually has its main arms crossed and is just sort of attacking you with these auxiliary appendages. More things to think about when you're fighting those. Pull Resurrect, and another Summon Fire. Dead end corridor ahead of us here. Got a portal though. Portal's got an Apollon and a Maxwell. And let's go ahead and do the deed. Let's go ahead and hit a couple Vax Tempests. Get that Maxwell right out of here. And then just finish up on the Napoleon quickly. Whew, that was close. Bad time for Rig Same and Rig Game to wear off. Also a bad time for me to try and combine them into one ability called Rig Seam. Apologies for the misspeech. Go ahead, hit some far up, and let time work its magic as we backtrack to the final portal of the second floor. Like, that battle escalated in a hurry. Started out full health, full SP, full buffs, and ended up deprived of our regeneration, well under a third of our health, and with not enough SP to cast anything. Finishing off with a Wonder Demon in view of a golden egg. Wonder Demon's kind of pushing us around, just sort of skates us the whole way to the wall there. We're more focused on dealing the pain though, and we finish it off. Once again below half health for us, but again, going after a level that's slightly above us and soloing, kind of expect to take some punishment. Pick up an Earth Beast there. And with that, we say a fond farewell to floor number 2. Third floor incoming, which means third floor buff renewal upcoming, and that looks suspiciously like a statue room just off to our right, and we're only separated by quite a bit of real estate because we have to take a bit of a winding path to get there. So 4 rooms would be the short route and 2 portals, but you're never sure it's the end until you're sure it's the end, because that's how common sense works, and there's plenty of dungeon otherwise to explore. What say we hit those? Got some Earth Maidens here, that's bad news. At least got the Maxwell out of the way, and one of the Earth Maidens. There goes the other, and now it's just one-on-one with the Napoleon. Feel very good about our chances against the Napoleon. Do have a bit of an instant animosity for the Maidens for their sleep attack, being that I'm soloing. Sleep in a 4-on-1 scenario is very easily the end of me. Which again is great incentive for you guys when you're looking to play your Fragment. Party up. For your sake, party up. More Maidens here, just a pair of Earth Maidens. Just gonna hack away. Should have them both down after this Tempest, so it takes our pretty much entire SP bar, but we do the deed. Pick up 14 experience for that battle total, as they are smaller enemies and only giving us 7 a pop. Maxwell and an Apollon out of here. Wasting no time on this very workmanlike effort there. Just wanted to get the job done, and sure enough, we have both monsters finished while taking minimal damage. See, this is why we explore. We've got stairs down further. So that is not a statue room up there, which means we have a little bit of backtracking to do. But that's not such a bad thing. Also, looks like the Maxwell played a trick on us and turned our physical accuracy up into physical accuracy down. Let's go ahead and fix that. Check out these treasures. We get a Flame Blast and a Rock Guard. And before we go any further, let's go ahead and reapply Rig Game and Rig Same, since we know they're probably running out soon anyway. Now this generates some more interesting possibilities as the dungeon obviously goes deeper. And we're running into some slightly more threatening enemies in the Maidens that have a potential to lead to some unfavorable swarm situations. Pick a rock guard up there out of that treasure to summon fire in the chest we knew about. Dead end here with a portal. More Maidens. Just one this time, but in the presence of an Apollon. Really don't know why I'm casting against something with magic defense that high. Not the smartest play I've ever made. Down to 238 health. But we finish the Apollon off, have a risky treasure to defuse here. Nice thing for us is the deeper it goes, the better chance of us leveling in this adventure are. Of course, there's also an equally good chance of us leveling down as the peril grows. But they don't say fortune favors the mild-mannered who play it safe. And if they do, they should really think of a smaller word and make that a bit more concise. Although I guess if they're playing it safe, they've got plenty of time to say that, huh? Either way, let's go up, hit those last two portals, and see what our erstwhile statue room has to offer us. See the big old gears, the spontaneously waving water. Just an Apollon here. And it's not too often there's an enemy that's taking 15% of your health per hit minimum. And you're relieved to see, you're saying, oh, it's just an Apollon. Pick up some burning oil and a flame blast before moving into the top right corner and grabbing the hanged man. Nice restorative out of that corpse. And now it's time to jettison ourselves to the 4th floor. Also, whoever had October 5th as the day I slipped the word jettison into an upload on the poll, congratulations. Once again, Speed Charm doesn't quite have the oomph it needs to finish the floor. Large bit of backtracking. And the fact that this is a rather sizable floor in its own. But that's okay. One way or another, we'll make more than enough money to cover these expenditures. 4th floor here. Pop the Fairy's Orb. And reapply the buffs and stuffs. First room, relatively tame, diagonal corridor, nice and safe, and giving us a burning oil to boot. Here comes the first portal of the floor. Got more maidens to deal with, this time just a one-off. With a Maxwell in tow. Hit that no damage ability on the Maxwell. But really it was just kind of delaying the inevitable. Picking up a risky treasure here too, so that's cool. Earth Beast there, and once again looks suspiciously like a statue room, but once again, can't call it till we know for sure. Earth Maiden and Maxwell, take 2. And well folks, we're kind of hoping the second verse goes the same as the first. And it does. We get through that nice and easy. And we get a risky treasure, so the similarity is pretty darn striking between those two encounters. Of course, this time we pick up some tribal robes and make our way further down on this floor. Maxwell and 2 Napalon. Now this one we kind of want to be a little careful on. Make sure the Napalon don't get in a situation where they're both beating the absolute heck out of us. Like that. When enemies get lower on hit points, they kind of cleverly shift out of the way and let another enemy become the focus of your auto target. Very subtle, very diabolical feature here in Fragment and really the dot hack games in general. Really about the least clever part of the AI are wave masters in your own party, an IMO queue or an offline mode. But that's because in IMO queue the menu pauses and you can go ahead and control them via that way. And in Fragment you've got the shortcut system. So hopefully you could just sort of carry it on your own there. Fireball Storm out of here. Looked like we just had a couple Maxwells there. Next room, portal smack dab in the middle. 2 Napalons to deal with and a Maxwell floating behind. Just gonna carve out 1 Napalon. Not gonna give chase to the Maxwell. It'll be there when I'm done with Napalon number 2 and... my goodness. The damage we took in a very short amount of time. But we made it through, and were rewarded fairly handsomely with a Flame Blast and a Summon Fire. Burning oil out of the corpse. Picking up a Fireball Storm, and the Hanged Man from the known chests before working our way up into the top left here. Rig Beam wore off, Rig Same is about to wear off, and we're up against 2 Maidens and a Napalon. Just gonna have to use consumables to get through this. See the gears churning away. Maidens fading away. Napalon's hit points shredded. And the battle is won. Nothing to grab here but glory, and a bit of a breather while we reapply our buffs. Also, there's a chest with a Fireball Storm. I may have left that out. Time to make our way yet further down, and seeing nothing but dead ends beneath us. So that is, in fact, the statue room. Not bad. Second try on that. And all we have to do is survive these last 3 portals, and the treasure is ours. 2 Maidens and a Maxwell here. Took the Maxwell out in pursuit of Maiden number 1. Maiden number 2 now solo against us, and that is a situation that favors us greatly. Pick up the Hanged Man and a Summon Fire. Chest spawns right behind us, and it's a regular chest. No risk to be taken, just an Earth Beast. Regular treasure out of this portal too, leaving us just 1 more encounter. Our eyes on the prize, let's see what we got here, and it's a risky treasure. Dungeon lets us off the hook. Pick up a Mage's Soul, and a Fireball Storm as our speed boost once again wears out. I'll throw it on for the sake of convenience, but all the threat of this dungeon is over. All the way up to 789 experience. Did not get our level, but primed to next time out. Fantastic dungeon this was. Just the right amount of danger to keep things interesting. Certainly had our oh boy moments in the field as well as the dungeon, but we were able to handle it and come out on top.
Bearcat egg.
Let's go ahead and pick up that Bearcat egg. Before going in, and yeah, there's Vulcan. reminding you that he is the elemental lord of pointing at you. Yeah. Treasure chest gives us a fire beast, a light cross, and a rainbow card. So all kind of good gear had here. Just taking a look here. Picked up an eagle hood, tribal robes, the jasper halberd, earth beast, fire beast. I believe we picked up the rock guard here. Just a really great place to go to look for equipment. And with that, another Fragment Friday in the books. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, thanking you for watching and saying take care wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And we'll see you around.